I was probably this close to filming this while taking a shower, but I thought, easy fella, you're gonna piss off more people than you're gonna amuse, and you only wanna piss off a couple. I mostly wanna just entertain the rest. So, as I've spoken about on this channel, and as I continue to be intrigued by, I had a stint on OnlyFans for a few months. It's an adult site where people can subscribe to my page and then pay for adult content. Now, I never showed my genitals. I never showed any acts that were sexual. For example, I wasn't masturbating on camera or putting baby carrots up my butt. But I was getting naked without showing my genitals. I was dancing around. I was trying to be as provocative and as sexy as I possibly could. And I was also taking custom requests. And that's where some of the more interesting things happened, as far as just getting to know what people in this world are interested in, what they like, what they're willing to admit that they want. Now, I don't think anything I'm going to say here is going to be egregiously like shocking to anyone, but it was kind of like, oh damn, that's wild to me. So Chad Allen, one of my very favorite and most dedicated, loyal subscribers here on YouTube, asked a question saying, what is the weirdest request you received from your stint on OnlyFans? And a couple of things come to mind. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you, it was this request I got from this guy that honestly wasn't particularly sexual, but it was kind of weird in that I was surprised that someone would be willing to spend money for me to do it. So here I am thinking, if I'm on OnlyFans, people want to see me naked, and they want to see me in the most sexual capacity possible. But one of the guys who was one of my subscribers and was super nice, he had a shoe fetish. He just wanted to see me sporting different shoes in different positions. And to make matters more interesting, he didn't necessarily care about me being naked or not. So I remember thinking like I should probably just be in a thong or something while doing this, but he was very clear. He just wants to see different angles of different cool shoes I have. And so I did a photo shoot in my garage of me just wearing any shoe that I had in the coolest position I could. I had a lot of fun with it, but I did think that was kind of an interesting request because he paid very handsomely for me to try on different shoes, and I never would have guessed someone would do that. Another thing I'm going to share that I thought was just crazy about OnlyFans is that guys and girls would pay me to rate their genitals or their chest. So women would send pictures of their breasts to me, and I would essentially just compliment their breasts, but they would have to pay me for me to look at them. Guys would send me pictures of their junk, and again would have to pay me for me to tell them what I thought about their genitals. Now, with the women, I had to set a boundary within my wife where the women would send me the pictures, but she would see the breasts. It was just this little deal we had. She's like, I will look at them and I'll tell you what I think. And I was like, sure. I was like, it's money. So girls would send me their boobs, and it would be blurred, right? I have to hit it to open it, and I would show it to Jess a couple of times. She's like, go ahead, take a look. And I was like, okay. And then you'd write something positive and uplifting and kind, and that's really easy for me. So now with guys, if they would send me their junk, I had a standard line. I would basically just take a look because I was happy. I mean, I didn't care, and I would just say, wow. I would just try to think, how can I compliment these guys in their junk and make them feel really good about themselves? And so that's what I would do there. But I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, like most people are paying subscriptions to see nudity, and I've got people paying me just to tell them what I think. And look, I'm a nice person. I wasn't about to look at anyone's junk and be like, you have a terrible dick. And some of the guys had like really solid dicks, so you just be like, dude, great dick. So I thought that was pretty funny, pretty interesting. And then I would say that the most unique and weird, I don't really think it's weird, but for the title of this video, the most weird or unique request I got was to film myself ejaculating, but only film my face. So one of the guys who was kind of a mentor to me when I was trying to build up the platform before I decided to stop, said, would you be willing to put a camera somehow, and I never figured out how I might do this because my wife decided, no, that's a boundary issue, which I figured it was going to be, but it was so interesting. But he wanted to just see a close-up essentially of my face while I was having an orgasm. I thought that request was so clever and creative thing to want to see from another person, something I never really considered. And I would say that would go down as the more interesting and weird request, is to see a video of my face while I was having an orgasm. I mean, how deeply personal, right? How very, very intimate. I think in a lot of ways that sounded more scary than like just slow-mo my booty cheeks clapping. Like, I'd rather do that than like have a picture of my face. Not that I wouldn't necessarily be interested in trying. So I thought all of it was just such an interesting exploration of fantasy, of human sexuality, of people being honest and open about what they want. A little bonus story: one guy paid me a fair bit of money just to get my toenails pedicured, I guess that would be, and then to send pictures of my feet. That was the hardest thing I possibly could imagine doing. I think I have very unattractive feet, and someone spent, I think, like $150 just for some pictures of my feet and paid for the pedicure. So I was like, I'll do that. I'm down. I think those are some of the more interesting or weird stories I had from OnlyFans. I definitely think the nerves came from the custom requests. It was not a big deal to get half naked, mostly naked, and do some shower videos like I did, or some naked workout footage like I did, or I would put my camera, I would set it up with really cool lighting, and this is the camera I would use, and I would do slow motion and kind of just move around. That stuff, I could do it in my sleep. Felt very comfortable, felt very sexy, very exciting, very fun. The custom requests were, like I've talked about before, those are the harder things to navigate, and they led to the more interesting moments and unique moments. But yeah, anyway, some more insight and some more feedback as to my experience on OnlyFans. Thank you, Chad, for the question, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, adios.